I first applied, I definitely didn't think I'd get in. I had a couple of friends that have applied and have been on wait lists for years. But I didn't want to get my hopes up thinking I'd get a letter saying like you didn't get in, or, you know, I didn't know what happens if they saw a girl name on the application, if they'd be like, oh, you know, it's a girl, like, we have like bigger guys that are like in the military, or we'll get them instead because it'll be better.
Anything for me?
Nope, I just got one kid's badge doesn't work.
Okay.
None of their badges activated until 7 o'clock this morning, so they had to get the keys last night.
Gotcha.
Hey.
You are Nick.
Okay, and you're gonna be in room 113.
Okay, thank you.
So I was extremely nervous. I just wanted to be left alone. I didn't want to make any friends that day, which sounds bad, but I just wanted to focus. I walked in, I believe I sat on one of the chairs at like one of the tables. I didn't know anyone's intentions. Maybe like, let's get to know the smallest girl, and then we can like see if we can just like get her out and like just push her out. So I was just like, nope. So I was stiff as a board, not approachable at all.
So everybody's here, all 30 of you. So everyone's in uniform. So our classroom for the program is going to be in the dry lab, which is down in the basement. A few of you know where it is. Al, do you remember where it is? Okay, it's your job to get them there, lined up in twos. Make sure you have your books and ready to go, okay?
The only person I have is Bridge. Your ID is not working, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody else, check your ID on this door, the dorm, the access hallway, and your room before we leave, okay?
Okay. Got that done, we'll see you over there.
Captain Geller, can you let me mark the books?
Morning, morning, morning.
Should we dance or something?
I pictured it being hard. I definitely pictured it. I pictured it being more maybe military-based, more like, I don't know, being yelled at, people following you in the building, screaming in your face, like making you do push-ups if you screwed up. And that did not excite me at all, but it's what I've always wanted, so I figured if that's what it was, that's what it was. So I went in thinking it was going to be a lot worse than it was. It was definitely hard. It's not like easy and like you do something good, they're like, high five, good job. I mean, it was nothing like that. It was like, you obviously have to do the job. I mean, if we go in a building and everything hits the fan, like you have to be able to do your job.
You learn on the first day. Everything started running. It hurts a lot more.
Today's really just a snapshot of the recruits' fitness level today. We hope that it gives them a good indication of how they'll perform later on in the practical skills stations and days. And we also hope that they take the information and that they garner from the assessment to direct their program and help establish health and fitness goals that they can keep with them throughout their time in the recruit academy as well as the fire service. Where's the officer today? Just make sure we have everybody. Yes, sir. Okay.
We utilize a system of accountability tags. This is also the similar type of system that the majority of departments utilize to make sure that they know where their personnel are on the fire ground, to understand that if something bad happens, they can account for all their personnel. It's an important part of being in the fire service is understanding accountability and assignment, and if a firefighter goes off and does something on their own, we call that freelancing, and we don't want that, so we have this accountability system in place.
For the max test, all right, 1.5 mile run, all you need is your ending time, all right? When you come around to start your last lap, we need to hear you say last name, last lap. It gives us that little red flag to look for you when you come around, okay? Yell your name as well, okay? So I know how to, where to track the time. Jokey?
Yeah.
Is that your last name? Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Okay. Jokey, Bridge, Davin.
Oh, I screwed up. What's my first name?
Yeah, I put my first name.
All right. Well, if you hear some part of your name, you're in the first.
I asked it, you know, are we all present and accounted for? And he was like, yep,
Figure it out.
everybody's here. So I took a quick head count, and I'm like, nope, you're missing one.
631.
We have put everybody in squads and an officer of the day for a reason. So when you got here, the squad leader should have, or the officer of the day should have asked all the squad leaders if everybody was here. Now, right now, there's 29 of you here, and you're missing one of your members. That's not a good way to start this program.
Okay, you guys good to go? All left
is on.
You know the directions? All left turns. All right, test will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, come on. All right.
Go.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, that's what it feels like, kind of opposite. Arrested for 2 weeks. And my form of questioning that particular person was not to be an ass, but to stress him out and see if he was going to rise or sink to a simple stress level of, hey, I couldn't find somebody. So the first thing I would do is I'd ask if any of the squad leaders are here and if their squads are here. Start small and then work bigger.
I am Ray.
My squad's up.
Ray?
C.
Your squad's all good?
Squad C.
Is your squad all
sure I
here?
found this out during the first part of the class, so.
Okay.
No, it hurts like hell, but it's going to work. And he went back with his group. They figured it out, found the person, got them to the right location.
Does everyone know if they're squad leader or not? I know we have a paper over there. If not, who had the paper?
And I believe it was a learning situation. I don't believe he will ever forget how to keep par. He
Okay. And then
now has a deeper understanding because of that,
All right. Now
how important that is. And all was well. Aaron, or James. I wrote my first name.
Oh, James.
Yep.
You can relax, right?
Just pain in the ass injury. Doesn't help having a shot up leg. I got 2 more left in me.
I definitely think being the size that I am will be a challenge for me. If it's not a challenge, what's the fun of it, right? So, that's fine. I keep up with the boys. It's gonna take me a while, and I have little legs, but I'll do it. It'll be just fine. We get to the track, and we're running, and I'm in the group with Mandy, which I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, at least I know her somewhat. And I remember I was getting really tired. And it was hot. I think it was so hot. I think it was like 90 degrees. And I just wanted to stop for some water. I was just dying. I was like, this is terrible. And she could see that I was slowing down. And I was like, all right. I was pretty close to being like, all right, I just gotta like stop. I got a cramp. Like I was just done. And she was going. She could have finished that 20 minutes ago. And she stopped, waited for me to catch up to her, and ran at my speed, which was grandma's speed with a cane. That's my speed. Like I was like, oh my God, I need water now.
All the way through. Let's go.
There you go.
51.
And she finished it with me. And she even said to me when we were running, she goes, we're a team, right? Like we're all supposed to be a team, so I'm not gonna just leave you here.
Yeah.
Grab it and walk left.
I said I almost didn't make it. Although she stuck with me the entire time. Teamwork. Wasn't getting left in that building by myself. Right? Teamwork, man. All about the team. Us girls gonna stay together.
Got it. Or cheers.
I'm gonna just choke in an ice cube. I got ice, want ice?
Here at the Fire Academy, this will be my 13th year here. Prior to that, I worked full-time for the town of Milford on the ambulance service. And my job here is that it's twofold. I'm in charge of the education technology group that makes all of the online resources, the online learning platform, and then I also teach in the recruit schools and in some of our EMS programs that we have here. What we're learning today is the basics of first aid and CPR with the recruits. This is what I would consider to be the basic components of what they need to do in order to provide life-saving care out there.
You're supposed to take the gloves off. There's a few different techniques. The one that you're going to practice today, though, is grab it at the cuff, pinch that, peel it inside out so that all the contaminants...
The exercise with shaving cream that we do is we're simulating what contaminants would be, such as blood or urine or feces that they would most likely run into that would be on their gloves.
Smear that around, front and back. So this is our contaminants. You've gotten blood, urine, feces, whatever all over. These have to come off. You cannot get contaminants on the table, on your skin, on your neighbor. Oh yeah, don't flick the gloves either. Please. Stand right up.
Haven't anybody flicked the gloves yet, you know where they take it?
Oh. How does that happen?
Oh no. Magellan. Nasty as hell.
Oh, it's got it on your finger. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh.
That did not work out.
Stay away from him. He's quality.
Oh.
You know how sorry.
The tourniquet portion of the program, we try and mimic other national programs that are out there, such as Stop the Bleed. So our main focus is how do they properly put the tourniquets on? Do they tighten the tourniquets properly? Do they actually stop the bleeding? It seems like an easy concept, but most people, when they put a tourniquet on, don't actually apply the tourniquet tight enough. They're more concerned about the comfort of their patient that they're working on. So we need to get the recruits past that. We need to get them to understand that these aren't comfortable devices when you put them on. You've got to snug them up tight. You have to make sure that the bleeding stops, the circulation stops in order to get these properly put on. And that's one of the biggest areas of concern that we have in teaching new recruits or new people how to properly apply a tourniquet.
These should not be comfortable. When these are applied appropriately, they should hurt. They do. Because they're like, that hurts. Yes. But it's either that or you die. Your pick. So, this is what we're going to do. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to come in. Are you okay after your gloves are on? Nope. Check. Signs of circulation. 5-10 seconds. There is none. Bare the chest. Start CPR. This person.
As part of the program and curriculum, we do cover CPR. We want them to be on that chest and compressing hard and deep as much as they can and as fast as they can. These are the concepts that we know through research and study are the most effective in pre-hospital cardiac arrest. So these are the things that we really work on with the recruits when they're in their program. If someone brings to my attention or I see on my own that one of the students is struggling, that they're not really comprehending the skill or the concepts or they don't have it exactly right, my job is to go over and to offer positive reinforcement and positive correction.
You've got your eyes. Yep.
Yeah, the chest rise. Okay, I just want to make sure.
The problem probably was just wasn't tilted back far enough.
If I can get the students to do the skills 100% correct in class, I know that they will do it right when they get out there. And depending on what statistics that you look at, we know that when these students get out into the field and they start working within their chosen career and profession, anywhere from 75 to 78% of the total call volume that these kids are going to work on are going to be medical in nature. We've done a great job with fire prevention, fire protection, fire education, but what we have not done as a society, a great job in doing injury prevention and education and dietary needs. And so medical continues to be on the rise and to be the largest part of any firefighter's job description to date.
Next on First Alarm.
And feel what it's like to breathe with the SCBA. So it's exciting now.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
If you're not wearing your pack right or you're not wearing your gear right, you're setting yourself up for failure throughout the rest of the operation.
Got your right shoulder right? Find an air pack.
Yes.
Once you're inside there.
No, I don't feel it.
Get your air pack into a circle.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Take your mask off.
Along the way to the track field, I kind of got lost, and I still found my way though. It wasn't the greatest start to the first day of recruit school, but I mean, it could have gone a lot worse. So,
What was your new nickname?
My nickname is Magellan, as in Magellan the Great Navigator.